Yeah,
I
see?
lagged.
See, KJ, key lagged hard.
He was like, my
Well,
man.
I was trying to get on your AOL plan, and clearly, I don't know why this isn't working for me.
No, that doesn't make any sense. You're gonna talk trash about something, then you want to be a part of it? Explain yourself.
I didn't talk trash about it. If you listen to me, if you play it back, I said I thought you were smart because nobody uses house phones anymore, so it makes sense to go back to dial-up. That is what I said. I called you smart.
B, can you attest to this? Because I wasn't here.
Matter of fact, I joined in on the party.
Thank
I was
you.
like, he found a way to make dial-up OP. Like,
Thank
he
you.
get the best download speeds on the block.
I know this is your way of circumventing a way of saying that y'all talk trash about my internet. So I'll just let it be. I'll let it be. I give up. I can't win.
I was not talking trash. I was just making solid points
you
about
needed more disks for the mother computer so you could beam up whatever kind of special internet you got. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? You got the AOL hotness. You thought ahead of the curve. You saved all your discs from back in 85 when they were sending them in the mail.
85.
Get to go.
Fam.
I was with you till 85. I don't think I was born yet.
None of us was born then, fam. What you saying?
What? No. Yeah.
What?
I give up.
Yeah. What?
Can you?
No.
I don't want any more part of this conversation. I give up.
It's alrighty then.
Alrighty then. Let me tell you guys about me right now.
What's going on?
I've got my special lavender chamomile tea.
Okay.
So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Is that all you wanted to contribute right now?
Yeah,
is that it?
That's it.
Right, sick.
That's weak. I thought you actually had something for me.
I have my hazelnut coffee, of course.
And
a gallon water.
I'm drinking straight from Mother Earth.
Straight from Earth? Like straight from the earth?
Wait, so fam, you scooped that? You scooped it?
There's a well in the back, you know. I took the bucket down a little bit, let it soak up the water, bring it back up, boiled it, got all the sediment out, put it back in the earth so it could refresh the soil. Because we got vegetables and stuff out in the back. And then I'm drinking it.
Okay.
That's cat.
That's cat, but it would be nice to be self-sufficient, you know?
It would be nice to do, but that's cap.
Yeah, if you pick up water from the ground, all you gotta do is boil it, right? And then you can drink it. Like, you're good.
Nah, fam.
Just boil it. Just boil the bat. I think that stuff doesn't live in hot, so like you just boil it and then you're good. You can drink it.
Have you heard of tardigrades?
Tarda who?
Tardigrades.
Listen, I was late a couple of times. You don't gotta call me tardy.
Oh my goodness. It's a micro.
Matter of fact, you said interrobang yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
See, I'm learning y'all something. It is a microbiological creature that can live on both ends of the temperature spectrum. Extreme cold, we good. Extreme hot, we good. In the middle,
roaches.
The best.
Roaches. So that's the roaches of the bacteria. Like,
yeah,
is that the roach?
Yes.
Right.
Roaches. They just be surviving.
Thermonuclear explosion, we got that. Radioactivity. Anyway,
you know what? I respect that. I
can't boil them out. You got to filter them.
I always said if I was a coach, and I'm saying if I was in somebody's corner and somebody came to me, and they came to me and was like, "Yo, what to do, coach? I get through this. It's a tough fight." I'll be like, "Got you. Survive."
First of all, that's terrible coaching. Second of all, your internet.
Yeah, you had some moments there. It was getting kind of crazy.
You know what that is, Key?
What is it?
Oh no.
Karma.
This is your fault. You sent your bad internet issues down the wire to me. And now I'm having the same problems you're having.
Yo, y'all both do this, bro. Y'all both just arbitrarily blame the other one for something that
clearly his fault. Like how is it all of a sudden?
Comcast was at fault for damaging my interest. We resolved that. And now, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, somehow it's Reese's fault that Key's internet is acting up.
Very clearly Reese's fault. Like, His internet was bad yesterday. Now all of a sudden mine's is bad. Nah, suspect.
Hey, y'all better leave me alone tomorrow because I gotta start Dead Space.
Listen, you're good to go because you ain't even on Comcast in the first place, so you ain't even gotta worry about any of our shit.
We don't
How do
gotta worry
you
about
always
how does he lucksack files 3-4 times in a row?
It was twice.
know.
Twice?
It's corny.
Twice.
Listen,
no cap, it's really corny.
that's greater than
That's
0,
corny.
which is an issue. That you know what? Yo,
In my
Yo, why you
opinion,
say
B,
issue like that, bro?
in my opinion,
I
you're
take
corny.
issue with that.
That's fine. I will be massively corny with my cool internet.
Yo, Key, let's do this because I'm getting mad at him and his fancy Fios internet.
Fios corny having internet
Having
corny.
self for real.
Hey there.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Trigger Talk TV, where we talk all things video games and video games related. I am Key, of course, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host B.
Hello, me and my corny internet are here.
And Reese.
What's good, Lagfest?
Wow.
You notice I had to lag my speech there too to kind of play along with it.
The double play.
Because you got to drop a delay. You always have to delay.
It's not my fault. And no, I don't. No, it never mind. What's the pecking order? I feel like talking today.
You feel like talking today?
I feel like talking.
Well, I was gonna say we should probably do a little discussion piece first. So go ahead. Okay, Reese, take it away.
We doing this? All right.
Do this thing.
You know what? Because it's kind of funny. Because I was streaming in our Discord earlier, and the topic of cheat codes kind of came up. So I playing Wind Waker because irresponsibly I decided not to play it in the past, and it has a natural. That's very irresponsible. It has a natural x-axis invert, which is crazy. Really quick, that means left means right, right means left. So I'm using cheat codes to reverse that so that it's quote proper. That left goes left, right goes right.
What?
So
that was my issue with Final Fantasy 12. It forced inverted.
Oh yeah, the natural vertical invert.
Yeah.
Y-axis. Sorry. I mean, we've had our discussions about cheat codes and things like that. Like I only ever use them like after I've beaten a game, just so I could like do some OP stuff, see how fun it is, things like that, going about my way. You wouldn't catch me using it natively.
That's when you use them. That's like the best time to use them.
Or if you want to just see something really cool, like in the old like Street Fighter games, you do a cheat code to unlock a character or something like that. You play for those few times and then you're done with it. Unfortunately, not everyone is like us. Since the inception of competitive games, let's take it online. Since the inception of competitive games, there have always been cheaters. We've experienced them numerous times. No matter what these developers try to do, they can't get around it. They'll patch one thing, something else comes up. Because once you find a way in, you're in there. It's prevalent in a number of gaming communities. Rainbow Six Siege that we've seen, numerous Call of Duties, Counter-Strike, things like that. And each of these companies have tried to come up with their way to try to tolerate it. Two that we would like to talk about today are those of Destiny 2 and Valorant. They have their own ways of dealing with it. Destiny 2, I actually looked this up earlier. I don't think it started out with one, or it started out with a relatively weak one, because there's just nothing but complaints on the forum saying, yo, Destiny 2, where's this anti-cheat at? I'm getting sniped by this guy who didn't even leave spawn yet, and things like that. So over the years, they've been working on it, I guess, and then it's gotten slightly better, but not really. Valorant, on the other hand, when it was in beta, I believe we downloaded it in beta, and I made the comment about the additional software that I had to install into my computer, which is on Vanguard. Even when you're not playing the game, that application is running, collecting information about your machine, the processes that are running, what type of hardware you have, things like that. Me, as a privacy-centric type of person, I'm not really a fan of that. I get what you're doing, but unless I'm playing the game, I don't necessarily need this running. So that was Valorant's complaint when they launched last summer. And despite having this anti-cheat element on your computer, hackers are still prevalent in the game, and even more so now. Riot...
That makes me nervous because like they have this software that's installed on everyone's computer if they play this game, And then it's like it's supposed to be super secure, so you let them do this. So you let them run the software behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, my voice just jumped like crazy. Um, Behind the scenes, and yet it's still getting hacked. Now, can those hackers then get access to that information?
So
very interesting.
It's a little different. So that's more of them getting into like corporate headquarters and things like that, where databases and such would be stored. This is more along the lines of circumventing the specific specific to the player's client. So if they circumvent that, that's just that player and that client that's insecure, let's say. So on the 8th of January, Riot and Bungie had enough. Well, Riot more specifically. They filed an injunction in California against, man, reading this was fun. Riot Games filed an injunction according to a complaint obtained by Polygon. So Polygon was the first site that publicated this. So a lot of the information that you'll hear me say originated from this site. Lawyers for Riot and Bungie filed a complaint in the Central District of California on that Friday, alleging that Cameron Santos of Gamer Cheats, as well as others, are trafficking in a portfolio of malicious cheats and hacks. During their discovery, they reported that he's actually running another 2 sites, Honey Hack and Void Cheaters. I didn't bother looking into those because those are going to get shut down relatively soon.
So you said it's Gator Cheats?
Yeah. So, you know me, I went over there, looked at the site, but 48 hours after that twin injunction, the site was closed off, stating in compliance with a lawsuit filed by Riot Games and Bungie, Gator Cheats will be shut down indefinitely.
Well, there you go.
Was it ever legal to cheat? Like they made a whole company out of cheating? Like that's a real sketch industry you want to get involved in.
It's never legal, but because you're always playing around with these publishers and developers' terms of services, so on and so forth. Some terms of services may be more strict than others. One would say, listen, if we catch you, we're just going to ban you. You're done. Others might say, we're going to take you to court for this. So the 2 cheats that were focused, obviously, because this was Riot for Valorant and Bungie for Destiny. One of them was called Gatorant. So it's combining the word Valorant from the game and Gator Cheese from the company.
Oh, dude, they're just blatant with it.
They're pretty blatant with it. So it's the cheating software for Valorant, obviously, that was supposedly not detectable by the game's anti-cheat program called Vanguard, the one that you're forced to install when you install the game. Gator Cheats charged $90 a month to access this if you were feeling like paying monthly. $250 for 3 months, so you save $20, or you can just give them $500 and the software was yours, period.
Wow. So you get lifetime access for $500.
So you're playing a free-to-play, so essentially you're not playing for free anymore because you just paid $500 to cheat at a video game that you just got for free.
You just paid $500 to win. Now, is this software, it's giving you what? Aimbots, wall hacks?
We'll get to that. Yep. All that ugly
Okay.
stuff, yeah.
Valorant's free? I didn't remember Valorant being free. I thought I paid for it for some reason.
You might be getting your games mixed up.
Nah, it's free to play.
It's free? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
and you're not playing it. This is crazy. So they sold that, and then they also sold a Destiny 2 cheat suite called Destiny 2 Cheats. So $100 for 3 months and $200 to keep. I found it kind of funny that they charged more for the younger game, but because you would think that there would be significantly more people playing Destiny 2 than Valorant. But
I think more people playing Valorant. I think Valorant has a pro league now, doesn't it? Or not yet?
Valorant's huge.
I know it's huge, but is there like this pro tournaments for it? Or I thought there was.
Look, I'm not sure how far along the esports is yet. I'll take a look while Reese is explaining.
So for Destiny 2, like I said, the cheating had always been an issue with them, and they've released in 2017. But it was occasional. When they released the Trials of Osiris in 2020, which was Destiny 2's equivalent of Crucible, that's when it started to get relatively ugly because now that's ranked. You're not going to want to put in any effort in rank to have the best ranking and stuff like that. So of course they're going to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said about Riot's Vanguard, it was criticized from the start because like, oh, people don't cheat like that. This game just came out. What do you need to install this software on it? In addition to that, like I said, it was always on. Wasn't a fan of that. And it ended up actually being a hindrance to some people who installed on their PCs because it would false positive some connections, and they actually wouldn't even be able to play the game. The anti-cheat would stop them from playing the game, period. So that's just showing how difficult it is to try to stop cheats. You have a formal way, you have an informal way, and they just get in either way. Let's see. And this injunction that was filed this January wasn't Gator Cheat's first run-in with either of these companies. So
with either the companies themselves?
Yeah, no.
And that's crazy. Like,
so last November, this November that passed, Bungie had already sent them a cease and desist saying, yo, what are you doing? Like, don't be selling this to try to circumvent our systems. And then they respond by, okay, sorry. They send out a message saying, oh, we're not offering this for sale anymore. Don't come in for all of this. And that was supposed to be it. What Bungie actually discovered was they did shut down their storefront, but anybody who had already purchased it or anybody that purchased it that know people are willing to purchase it could still obtain it from them privately.
Oh, of course. Especially if you bought the lifetime, they give you the software. So you're going to give it to whoever after that, no?
So according to them, yeah. So that's what led Riot to kind of join in on it. So some of the main points that I noticed from the lawsuit was that they alleged that these types of software hacks is what was implemented and was for sale. So like you were saying, be like aimbots, so you don't have to aim at them manually. Wall hacks, which either let you clip through walls or you can see your opposition through the walls.
You can see the enemies highlighted through walls. Yeah.
Self revives, instant teleportations, and cheats that actually showed how much health you have, what equipment you're carrying, how much ammunition you have. The gun, it was deep.
Doesn't the game do that itself?
No, for the opposition.
So
if I'm fighting you, I can see how much health you have, what gun you have, how much ammo you have, whatever.
Got you.
So imagine like Dirty Bomb, I can see you have like 20 uranium. I'm going to come for you, obviously, all the time.
Got you.
So
that's Call of Duty Cold War reference by the ears out.
I know. Like, just imagine like knowing someone's entire kit. Like, that information is so crazy. Yeah. It's so valuable. That's nuts.
So corny.
Like what ability is on cooldown gives you so much information, you know?
So all these guys are doing are just following suit. Cause these the story of these companies going after cheaters isn't anything new. So I looked up some previous occurrences that had happened. So Activision had gone after a cheat maker of their Warzone, and they actually ended up stop selling it, and they gave up their domain so that Activision would drop the lawsuit. And in 2019, there were quite a few Nintendo ones too. And in 2019, Ubisoft had filed an injunction against a Rainbow Six Siege hacker who had decided that it was a good idea to go onto the BBC to talk about what he does for a living.
And he talked about how he hacks.
He went on BBC?
Yeah.
And spoke about this?
Yes.
Yo,
wait, these guys are insane.
Did he at least go in like with the face cover like on Vice? But he just live.
These people are mad.
This is me.
They're out there.
Hey man. Oh, that's nuts.
Because
they're
kind of
really
just come up and down. Like their Final Fantasy 14 has been out since 2013, and Square, they're gonna go after these Gil sellers, but it's been 8 years and people are still buying Gil. So that's just a sign to say, okay, yeah, one might get taken down, but that's them. It might not happen to me. So that's why they're just getting more bold and doing these things just rampantly.
That is so insane.
That's trash. To answer your question earlier, Key, yes, there is esports for this game. It is a deal for Valorant. Valorant definitely has esports. Like G2 just traded for a new player. All these teams have players. Like they have a sophisticated thing. And there was a Valorant tournament over the summer. It was a live tournament, and somebody got caught cheating live in the $2,000 tournament. So
$2,000 tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I understand that the Valorant might not be as rampant in the cheating realm as Rainbow Six Siege or these other games, Call of Duty at the moment, but it's there, and the community's not happy about it.
Cheaters are so corny. Like how? Oh, I just don't. I can. My brain does not understand the concept. It cannot. I don't. You know how sometimes you play like devil's advocate or something like
Ooh,
that. You kind of try and
Yeah.
see
Yep.
the way
Always.
their another person's viewpoint or
yeah,
whatever. Put yourself in their
Always.
shoes. My
yeah.
brain will. It cannot connect cheating. There's literally no way you can pull a good out of cheating. Like there's no way you can think about cheating and have it be in the same sentence as something good. Put a good name on cheating.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's
I
just
can't
trash
like
behavior.
for me, I can never like I don't know. It's not for me. I don't get it. I'm not about it. I don't respect
You're
it. I don't
trash.
anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like on like a first time game, your very first playthrough, and you cheating, like what is the point? You're
I'm not
ruining
talking.
the you.
I'm not talking about Grand Theft Auto. I'm talking about some
yeah,
online
no.
scene through
Oh,
wall
on
auto aim. That is you. That is so trash. That is
mm.
absolute trash behavior. Like
Yeah.
yo, if you're, oh my gosh, it's getting
Like
flustered. It's
like
like, dude,
anything competitive, like cheating is trash. Like
get out of here.
it's
Go
just
away.
trash.
If what you're doing is affecting others, that's it's kind of trash.
It
Go
It's
away.
it takes
trash.
away from the integrity of the game. That's what it is. Like that's what cheating does. It ruins the integrity of the game.
You have
Oh,
no
And
skill. You're
funny you
showing no
use that
skill.
word.
yeah, cool.
The Riot spokesperson, cheating undermines a game's competitive integrity and
That's what it
erodes
does.
community
Facts.
trust.
I mean, like,
Dude,
not to always harp on this, but I watch a ton of sports, and whenever there's a cheating allegation or something like that, that's the main thing that it does. It takes away, it breaks the trust of the consumers and the fans. It breaks the trust of the other players, and it's just, it's awful, man. Like, and why they do it is whatever personal insecurities or that they want to win, they want to get the check. I don't know, but like if you're just doing it just online just to do it, you are the worst of the worst. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you
yo,
doing? I don't get it.
you don't. If you don't deserve that check. Clearly, like you don't have the skill. You are trash.
Yeah,
You don't have what it takes. If you have to go purchase something or create something, invent something in order to win any type of competitive event, you are not good at the competition you are entering in. You are good at coding. You are good at buying. So you have a decent amount of coin where you can buy something. You're good
yeah,
at implementing a code, but you are not good at the game that you are competing in. You are trash at it, and you are a trash individual for implementing something like that in your repertoire. I just don't
yeah,
like
man.
cheaters.
Yeah, if you gotta like, if you create something within the game, or you create a strat or a new move or anything like that, cool. But if you are literally using cheats that directly go against the game itself, so you can win, you whack, bro. Like you just whack. Like
And
you
let's
can't.
not keep cheats to like specifics like, oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
using an application to like bypass things, like people that utilize exploits as well, and like game mechanics that they know they aren't supposed to have access to. Like I used Black Ops
I have
Cold War previously. Like one of the game modes, prop hunt. Like I'll see like people's replays of them jumping in an out of bounds area where you're supposed to be getting counted down because you're not supposed to be in that area, but it doesn't affect them. Like things like that.
I have a
oh,
very personal vendetta against exploits. I do not like exploits. There's actually a famous streamer out there that got a lot of flack for using exploits, but his greatest comeback was, if it's in the game, I'm gonna use it. Me personally,
yeah,
I don't respect that. Like I don't, you using exploits, it's not supposed to be in the game. It's in the game. You found it. It's like it's a graphical error that you found and then you're taking advantage of, that it needs to be patched eventually. Like, but it's not if it's supposed to be in the game, you got through and it's supposed to be fine. Like you're dope, you're beast, but that is not supposed to be in the game. I can't get behind it. I can't. I don't like exploits
mm,
either.
mm. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of split on that. I don't really like. It's whack, but if that tournament bans it, then dope. If that
Mm-hmm.
tournament doesn't ban it, then it's legal. It's like
Then it is what it is.
it's like in a card game. It's like if there's cards that they let you use, cool. If they don't, then you can't use them in that tournament. In terms of
But
you
you
just
can't exploit
playing,
on cards. It's not the same.
I'm not saying it's exactly the same. I'm just using it as close to an analogy as I can. But I don't like them. But if it's in the game, so if they're gonna use it, I guess they're gonna use it.
Corny.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
What
of
can you
those
do?
either. But yeah, that's the world that we live in when it comes to
video games,
esports. You know, because there's cheaters in real life. You know, who use whatever they can do to get ahead in sports and things of that nature, and they use things they aren't supposed to use and take things they aren't supposed to take, and no one ever knows. No one ever knows until they get caught. So a lot of these
cheaters in every aspect of the world, man. And it's
corny.
True.
So it's weak mentality. Weak. Very weak.
It's very weak. It's very, very, very weak. And it's a bummer because there's a lot of people who love these games and who get triggered and get angry and they're having a good time and they're ready to, and they get hype and they get all these things about the game and you could just be playing against a cheater and that.
Yeah, man. Like FIFA. Like it took you a lot to get me to come over to FIFA. And I'd be having a good time sometime. But when people cheat, man, that just drains it for me. I don't want to play it no more.
Yeah, I mean,
you're easy to get kicked.
That comes with any game, right? If you're playing and you're having a good time, especially me, I can lose 1,000 times in a row and just run it back, until I get better. But when you're playing against a cheater, it can definitely deter anyone from ever playing that game for a while, So it's unfortunate that the gaming culture, that's such a big deal because there's a lot of cheaters in the gaming culture. Because I think it's a direct kind of correlation from just being a gamer, right? I don't know about you guys, but kind of similar to Reese, like a Grand Theft Auto or something of that nature is I'm so used to, I'm about to wild out for a while. I'm going to put some cheats in and just go do some crazy stuff that I can't do normally.
Yeah.
And I think that mindset then becomes normalized and they just do that while they're playing an online game. To them, it doesn't matter that they're playing with live people. They don't care. It's just I'm just going to put some cheats in and wild out and make a crazy video because they don't care.
No, see, that is more acceptable and understandable. I do not accept that in any way, but that's more acceptable and understanding than entering a tournament.
Yeah, no, that's a completely different ball.
Tournament, you know what I mean?
That's trash.
Tournament.
That's
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, if you're just playing online, it's trash. But I can see how some people might have got there.
More accepting.
If you're going on a regional, national, global scale and you cheating, then come on.
Nothing through the locals. You know what I'm saying? You got a local cheating. Get out of here, bro.
Nah, bro. Bro. Yeah, give me your hard drive so I can stick a nail through it. Dude.
Get out of here. Not acceptable.
Yeah.
My man's went to the regionals with his double sleeve cards where he can see the invisible ink on the back to know what he's drawn.
Yeah.
You're banned for life. Banning IPs. We're banning everything. Count names.
Banning
console. Don't let me be ahead.
No. Don't say ban IPs. That's actually a terrible way to mitigate cheaters.
Is it?
Yes, because
what about banning console?
It's more effective because that's going to force you to buy another one because you might necessarily have hundreds of dollars of buying one, but
yeah.
And PS5s ain't easy to get. I'm banning the console.
That's actually
that specific hardware.
That's funny. Nintendo actually does that.
No, Sony does it too.
So
there was a hack or some kind of cheat that you could do. This is why one reason I thought of that you can do, and I don't even remember what game. But they found that if you did it with their console, with the Sony console, with the PS5, or was it the PS4? Either way, if you did it, they would ban your console. Your console would be banned. You couldn't go online with it.
Now I know there are ways to circumvent that because I have a modified console of origin, and there are means to circumvent that so that you're seen as a different entity, and then you can access that. With Nintendo and the Switch, you can't do that. It's impossible. What they do is they not like literally, but they burn a certificate onto each specific console. So when I say certificate, when you go on the website, it's this website's secure.
Yep.
They burn a unique certificate on each one of their Switches. If they revoke that certificate, that's it.
Gone.
Because
kind of like when we download a game, we have the license to it.
Yes.
But if you return Cyberpunk they take the license and you can no longer play.
Yeah, but it's burned onto the console, like in the motherboard. That is it.
So we just banning consoles.
Just banning. Yeah, we got to ban. It was like revoke.
Right. That's it. Yeah. If you do anything with your Switch, and this is Nintendo we're talking about.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not getting away with
no appeals.
And I'm banning address and payments associated with all payment forms associated with your account.
Your address and all your payment forms. Oh, wow.
All of it.
Okay.
The PayPal, the credit card, the debit card, the bank account, banned. All of it.
You might have to have an emergency meeting with the shareholders.
Yeah, you're asking for a lot.
That information is giving it to me.
No, I just mean the shareholders being like, you banned one. You like, you banned this username, right? Let him spend some more money. Let's spend some more. If he wants to buy 100 skins, let him buy 100 skins. But
yeah, these companies have had enough. They're coming for you. So please don't cheat. I know none of us cheat. I have the utmost confidence that those that are listening to us don't cheat. If you do, keep it offline. I don't care about it. Just don't mess with my play.
Game or do some wild stuff or have unlimited meter or whatever. Have a blast offline or meet up with your friends and play your own custom games and all that so you can see all the full capabilities of the game with the cheats on and all that. Cool. I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to playing a game in an even playing field with everyone else, man, turn that crap off. Be better, dude. Like, come on. Grow up. Like, cheats are trash and skill-based matchmaking is cool. Let's go. Let's go, man.
What else we got? Because I'm sick and tired of talking about these cheaters.
I don't know, man. Before we move on, just a huge shout out to to Riot Games, the people who make Valorant, and what is that? Activision and Bungie. Well, they kept Activision off now.
Bungie
for making a big deal about this. You know, like not just because most games kind of handle it and they handle it as they handle it and they get better in doing it, but to make it a public deal and a lawsuit is awesome, and that there's headlines about it is good. It's like putting cheaters on notice that it's not just a thing that each individual company is going to handle behind the scenes anymore. They're going after you guys now, so just cut it out, man. Grow up.
What's to me is that they haven't gone after people previously. Like they were just letting the cheaters live their best lives. Like that's just crazy. And
they would ban them. They just wouldn't.
Well, I know. No. Okay, so cheaters get banned. I'm talking about people that create the cheats. Like they were letting them live their best lives.
It was probably hard to get them. It's just this.
Yeah, you got to have like
a good. Decided to be all public. Like he went on BBC to talk about it. That's
pretty silly.
Like, they're gonna sue you for everything you got. Like that's ridiculous.
Like that. One individual. The what are they called again?
What is what called again?
This company, Great Cheats,
Gator Cheats.
Gator Cheats. Yeah. Gator done.
Yeah, dude, I don't. Cheating's whack. It's just whack.
Just don't do it.
It's whack. All right, here we go. Persona 5 Strikers. Just to change gears here to a more positive moment is
just define positive because we're talking about Persona right now.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Persona 5 is
key earmuffs.
Heat. Pure heat. And Persona 5 Strikers will be released February 20th, 2021 in Japan and February 23rd, 2021 worldwide. So next month. The game is developed by Omega Force, which is a developer division inside of Koei Tecmo, responsible for the Dynasty Warriors series. It was also devved by Atlas. They had a huge hand in this as well. Published by, of course, Atlas. It's a Persona game. Platforms will be Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC. So the very first thing about this game that I will say is I'm super shocked at how excited I am for this game. First, I was like, it just looks like one of those games, like kind of like a a Dynasty Warriors, and I almost wrote it off. And come to find out that this is a sequel proper. Like this is a proper game, and
a sequel to what?
To Persona
P5.
5. Yeah. It's basically Persona 5 1.5 or 2, I guess you'd say. So the whole cast is back, Reese. Like literally, like everybody's there. Everybody, Morgana, like everyone is there, plus new characters, right? All the voice actors have returned. So all the voices you fell in love with. I don't know if you listen to it in English or in Japanese, but all the voice actors are back. Oh, dude, then you know that cast is phenomenal.
That cast is damn good in English, yeah.
The cast is good. You know the person who does the voice for Ginseng and Honey? And
yes.
That's Morgana. It's the same voice actor. It's the same person. Me and Tosays looked it up the other night.
Okay.
Because I was like, man, I know this voice.
I heard you saying like, because you're pretty good with noticing voices and such.
Yeah, that's what I do. I love the voice acting. So this game, it blew me away. I'm not even gonna front. It blew me away. So all the art, all the comic book, manga kind of feel of Persona 5 is all back. All that is there. It's in the same world, so you still get to run around Shibuya and run around to different cities and do your little side quest stuff and talk to people. You still do all that stuff, but they just changed the battle system.
So battle system, is it the same game?
Bro, it's Persona 5.
So it's P5, but with this new battle system you're about to say.
P5 2. It's a sequel.
Right. It's a continuation.
Okay.
It's a different story. Like there's new characters that they add too.
Like
there's
gotcha.
New playable characters that they add. And what they did was bro, I don't know. They keep saying Dynasty Warriors because sometimes like there's a lot of enemies on the field, like on the battlefield.
Yep.
But dude, this reminded me so much of Final Fantasy VII-R. It is super fast paced. So you're running around the battlefield and like, yes, you can free roam the battlefield, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have the SP bar, just like in regular Persona. So you have your SP bar, and whenever you're ready to use an ability, everything stops. And then each ability has an AoE field, and they shrink and they move around, and you can decide where you want to drop the ability. Boom. Okay. And when you hit the ability off, then if you hit a weakness, you can slow it down and do a baton pass to a teammate and switch the teammate in and out. Yo, it is crazy. The battle system is crazy. It's crazy.
Okay.
I was shocked.
You got me.
I was not expecting that at all. I just was expecting it to be like kind of a hack and slash game, but it's so much Persona 5. It's like Persona 5 70% and Dynasty Warriors 30%. I thought it was going to be the other way around. But dude, it's literally this hectic, fast-paced RPA with menus. Like you'll stop it and you can use the menus. You can summon your personas and use his abilities and do baton passes. And they have the all-out attacks if you get all the weaknesses off. And you can still do the all-out attacks with the big finishers and all that. All that's still in the game. You can just run around and free roam. Like, I was shocked. I was thoroughly shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, it's just P5, but I get to run around more. Like,
so this is like, the battle system that you would have wanted in the original P5.
Well, no, I mean the turn-based was hot. I mean, like that was a good turn-based system.
It was, yeah.
Like that was fire. So like,
which is funny hearing that coming from you because you were complaining about turn-based systems just previous.
Well, yeah. Again, give me some hot stuff like what they had in this game. Like I never really played Persona like that. So coming into 5 with all the weaknesses and the flying and the land, like all that stuff was super cool. And the same thing with the Bravely Default that's coming out. Like I like the Brave system and the Asterisk system. Like I like these systems. It's really cool. But yeah, dude, I was thoroughly impressed. This is not. I thought it was going to be more like Persona 5, the rhythm game. You know how it's kind of just like a spin-off.
Yeah,
they don't really spend a lot of money on it. It's just to be like it has Persona on it, so it might sell. Nah, dude, this is a full game. Like they went hard on this game. I'm just really excited to reconnect with these characters. Like, I love this cast, like the cast of characters and the way the game looks, the art style. I love this game, and I'm excited to play this one. I'm very pumped. At first, it wasn't even on my radar that much. I was like, it's gonna be Persona. I'll wait for it to come out on like super cheap, and I'll get it then. But nah, the battle system really reminds me of like a more sophisticated Final Fantasy 7R.
So you about
Like,
this is a day one buy?
Oh, I'm gonna get this game.
Oh, good looks.
Oh, I'm getting this game. Oh yeah.
Good looks.
Now what you mean? No.
No, that's good. Yeah,
that's good.
Off of my console.
No.
I don't buy nothing.
I know. I'm
There's
getting
anything else that wants to buy yet.
Switch just so he can't play.
Reese.
Oh.
Reese is Dominguez was right. Like after all this time, Dominguez was right. You don't buy no games. There's no plus in being connected with you.
Listen. You stay over
There's
there.
No plus.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know, because I'm connected, and you've been getting all the games every time. Oh, good looks, Key. Oh, good looks. Good looks, Key.
I have
one
game.
Said you was getting it?
One game. One.
But yeah, Reese, you should definitely check it out.
Oh no, I have it open right now. I'm gonna look this up right after.
Reese, you caught on Returnal?
Returnal? No, you want that game.
Final Fantasy 7R Lite. I don't know.
Final Fantasy 7R Lite?
But better. I think it's better. I think it's better.
Wait.
Did you say Final Fantasy 7R Lite, but better?
No. I said Final Fantasy 7R like.
Oh, like. Okay.
Like it reminded me of that when I saw it. Like when I saw it in full action on IGN, I was like, oh, this is.
Wait, but I thought it was more like what's the name of that game? Dynasty Warriors.
You clearly weren't listening.
Yeah, he didn't listen to nothing we said.
That's crazy. No, you weren't.
You said you can run around as you will. You also
Yep.
said that when you use an ability, SP ability, it stops for a minute. So that
like you can use your menus, like so you can pop open the menu and the screen stops.
So that's the connection. Okay, I see. All right, that's fair.
And like the screen stops, and then you pop off your ability, and then just like in the regular Persona, turn-based, if there's a weakness that gets hit off, then you can do a baton pass, all those things. And
well, okay, baton pass is new. I don't know, like what.
Yeah. That's from
because you don't play good games.
If you hit someone's weakness,
I played Persona 3, which was the best one. Go ahead.
If you hit someone's weakness, instead of you just getting another turn, you can give your turn to someone who hasn't gone yet, and it makes that turn stronger for them.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's fire.
You would like this game if you would get past how it's drawn. Like I'm trying to tell you,
it's so good.
What is the game that we was harping on you for years to play, and you was like, "Oh, this game's actually good." This is another one.
No, I don't like this game. I can't. 4 was like
5 has legit mechanics. Yeah, dude, the mechanics in the battle system.
See, the thing is, I like Persona's mechanics. Persona has really good mechanics, but just this game, the way this game looks and the way this game is, 4 was like on the bridge for me. Like 4 was on the edge, and then 5 just blew it way out of proportion.
I don't think so. I think that's perfect.
But you think what's perfect?
Like the pop and the glitz and the pow and the comic of how it's drawn, all that. It's so good.
Yeah, dude. It's
Persona 5
is a masterpiece. Shout out to the chat because I agree 100% with that. It's one of the best turn-based RPGs I've played in the last decade.
Like
people like it, but I can't stand it. It looks mad goofy to me coming from. It's like when you
in the game.
How I feel about playing somebody starting on Far Cry 3 forward. Like all those games to them are good since they've never played Far Cry 2. But then again, there's also people that have played like every game in the series and like how it went progressively. So, I mean, I guess it's not 100%, but just for me, I don't like all that wow pow crap that they got in those new games. Like, it was cool in 3. It was like mad mellow with it, but it was good. And then 4, it like upped it and it got a lot brighter. 3 was dark. 4 got a lot brighter. And then 5, Yeah, nah.
Well, I don't know about from the aesthetic, he just looks like a manga. But
Yeah, that's what I meant. The aesthetic.
But the stories themselves is super dark. It's mad.
Yeah, all the stories from
it's
all
Persona,
of them.
Yeah,
that's their thing. They're darker.
So basically, you're saying you want your games to look boring.
Boring? Why would you call it boring? Why?
Okay,
it's not boring.
Not boring, but you clearly take issue with a little additional flair.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling all the extra flair.
Like
I'll say
the Phantom Thieves,
they are the flashiest cats.
I'm a fan of this whole world, this whole universe. The Persona 5 universe is fire to me, dude. It's so sick. Love the characters. Love it, man. Love them. So this is a cop for me. I was not expecting this battle system, and the battle system is it's like a little bit Kingdom Hearts, a little bit Final Fantasy 7R, a little bit but it's Persona 5. If you like that Persona 5 battle system, it's in the game. You just get to run around and do all this other stuff. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I just need to get around to playing 3 and 4 eventually. I beat 1, I beat 2. Didn't really touch 3 and 4.
I beat 3. I never beat Fez or FES. I don't know how I always pronounce it Fez because of the betrayal at the end of that game. But I beat 3
because you played the game wrong.
I didn't play it wrong. Okay, they didn't force me to properly prepare for that situation.
They did not force me to properly prepare for it. Okay, so now it's Atlas's fault.
I was like, yeah, man. How are you gonna let me choose my party? No. The entire game. The entire game. I get to choose. I just finished. I'm at the end of Lost Odyssey. At a lot of times, they make you. They split up the party, so you have to forced to level up your party as you're going through the game, right?
Okay.
This is strictly a dungeon crawler. There's no relationship. You know how you go through the world and whatever. There's no relationship stuff in this game. It's strictly a dungeon crawler. So how do you force me at the game to use a character? I've never used this character a day in my life.
I don't know, bro.
Can't help you. I use all my characters.
That's what they do, bro, to make these games wild on you. They do you in, bro.
All characters have their strengths and weaknesses.
They try to do you in. Man. I don't know, but Persona 5 is hot, boy. I stand by P5, bro. I stand by P5.
No, 3 is dope. Fez. I was just talking about Fez.
Yeah. Okay.
No. I know what you're talking about. I just can't. I didn't play them. I can't. I only watched you play some of it. I watched that Bear Main play some of them, but I never sat and watched you guys play from front to back. But yeah, P5. I'm all in. So sign me up.
Good looks,
sign me up for strikers. What? For strikers?
Mm-hmm.
See, well, now you gotta give me half, bro.
All right. We'll discuss.
Now we talking.
We have a discussion.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Little deals. All right.
Good look. Handshake.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, money business, Key.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Treachery.
But, yeah. So I don't know. That's where I'm at on Persona 5 Strikers. So you guys can get it on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC. That is on February 23rd worldwide and February 20th in Japan.
Damn, can I beat P5 Royale in a month?
Aren't you at
Royale? Why do you want to play Royale?
Because I own
Royale's the DLC version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cash grab.
That was a hella cash grab, yeah.
But if he doesn't have the game, then it makes sense to then get Royale.
Yeah, if you never owned it, if you've never owned Persona 5, just buy Royale.
Just get Royale.
Yeah.
Just get Royale. But if you already beat Persona 5, just buy Strikers.
No, I'm 60% in, and you know me, I gotta go get everything. And
you're 60% in on
I'm
5?
Yeah. And I've always had an obsession, even with base game, where Persona Revelations Persona. Wow, you got to collect them.
Collect what?
The Persona.
Oh, there's some persona. I remember like how did you get persona in that game?
In one,
Was it all different? Is it different in every game?
I think it varies in each game. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Persona 5 is dope. It's dope how you get the personas. It's a stick up. You just you know what? I don't want to get into it. It's
Yeah,
hot.
the common theme
remember.
is Igor. Like he's in all of them, and then he interacts with you and your persona in different ways. That changes what he does in each game. Changes in each one. So.
Okay, so it's it changes in every game how you get a new persona, right? Because I don't remember.
That much is about all I know about the other ones. Is that
you got to go to the Velvet Room
the same way the way you do, Because in the older Persona, right? Did the main character have one set persona?
So like in Persona 1, so in Persona 1, like you're 4 high school kids, y'all are playing the game Persona. So you put out this chant and things like that, and it actually works. So they all get struck with lightning, they go into the hospital, things like that, and then that's how their powers develop. Gotcha. So Philemon just was like, yo, this is what it is.
My question is has any other main character in Persona been able to do what Joker can do?
No.
What can Joker do?
How he
has a persona, but he can capture any persona and use it.
Oh
so
yeah. You talking about like capturing persona and things like that? Yeah.
Like
Yes. Persona you want.
I thought you was talking about how he did it specifically.
Everyone else is stuck on whatever their persona is, except Joker.
Wait, they only get one persona. You can't.
So no, in 5, Joker is the only one that can quote swap persona.
One that can do multiple personas.
No, in the first games, no, everybody has their own set, and you can manage them.
Nah, it's way harder, bro. Only Joker can do that swap stuff. Everybody else
customize yourself.
Nah,
that's crazy.
In 5, it's like that person is lightning.
Yeah,
that's all they can.
And then
do.
that's it.
That's it.
But then they made Joker's persona system a little more quote complicated, so that it gave him more life, since he's the only one that can. He's Yuna.
But I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure that everybody can use any persona in the previous, at least in 3.
In the previous ones, everybody can use whatever you gave them.
Right? Yeah, you can set whatever element you want your character to have. Yeah.
In this one, what is it? What do you have? How many can you have equipped? Like 4, 5?
You can increase it over time.
Increase it over time.
I think you start with 4, and I have like 8 right now.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's hot.
And 9 at the end. Okay.
It's hot.
You got to play the game. Just stop playing around.
Bro, I don't. You know what? I'll try, but so I am.
I don't want to get into it.
I am on my personal stream. I am about to play through Dragon Quest because that game has like a major, huge following. But the only reason I'm able to play this game now is because it the front-facing battle system that it's so iconic for is optional in this one. So I don't like. I'll try Persona 5. I'll just just stick it out and see if I like it, because I know I love the Persona battle system. That I know.
You know what you should do, Kay?
It's fire.
What you should do is stream it.
This thing is hot.
I'm already got my eyes set on DQ11.
That's fine. After
DQ.
I mean,
I'll add it to the stream list. So like
add it to the queue, yeah.
And that's literally the only thing you don't like about it is how it's drawn. That's it.
The
pop and all the extra flair.
Of the game. It's too. Yeah, I'm coming from when I'll take it back again to Far Cry 2. Like coming from Far Cry 2, you're out in the real world. Like there's no safe zones. There's none of that. You just go. You know what I'm saying? You're good to go. And the newer ones, there's safe zones. You can unlock places. You know what I'm saying? It's too soft, I guess. I don't know any of the
too soft.
I can explain it. I don't know.
So like added powers with the tattoos. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm good.
I mean, that was in 3. That was Far Cry 3. Yeah.
I haven't played Far Cry since 3.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it changes in every game. But anyways, it just got too wild, too weird. And so with this one, I played 4. Main had 4, and I had my own file. I got pretty far in it, but I couldn't stick it out with it. It just looks too. I'll try it again. I know I love the battle system. I'll try it again.
Bro,
The
That
battle
was hot.
system. You're gonna get entranced. You just might forget about how it looks.
I love how it looks. I love the music, everything. Like, yo, that battle music. I've never played.
What is the
JRPG with battle?
I forgot the name of the zone.
Lyrics in it, and I didn't hate it. Like, it was so good.
So right, that's what Persona is famous for. They're famous for. It has a name. Maine knows the name. I don't know the name of it, but that like pop out comic book style thingy, whatever that they do. That's what like
that pop art stuff.
Yeah, that blew them to where they are today. And then their music, how it's that like jazz rap,
Bro,
whatever. That's what they.
It's so good.
They always they're really good at that. It's like a cowboy bebop music or something. I don't know.
Dude,
like,
yo.
That's that's what they're famous for, and it's in 3 as well. I like it.
Yeah, I'm a mega fan of Persona 5, so maybe one day I'll go back and play the other ones. Doubt it. Being honest, doubt it. But I might play it on stream. I might play it on stream.
Yeah,
I mean the other ones, 3 and 4.
Because if it's on my own time, it's not gonna happen. I already know.
You got to start from the beginning though. You got to play Revelations.
What is that one? Is that Persona
1996 PS1?
Yeah, come on. PS1. He was literally. We was just playing.
I have the disc.
One I remember.
I was playing for fun. We went live. Xenogears, and this man was talking about his retinas was burning.
Bro,
so there's no way.
Oh yeah. You said my retinas are burning, and it has actual anime sequences. You always talk about my eyes burning.
Man, that was tough. That was tough to see.
I'll play that game. I'll play that game hundreds of times over.
What, Xenogears?
Xenogears. I have to be.
Yeah, that battle system is fun. I like that game.
Very cool. But is it Persona 5? Nah.
It's not Persona 5, but come on now.
Pretty good.
It yeah.
Turn-based RPGs got a lot to live up to after Persona 5 for me.
I can't go against that.
Dude, that battle system got me turned up.
Good. Yeah, it's really good.
I wasn't even sure if I was gonna play it. Like, Sage was like, "Yo, like, just play it here." So he gave me the disc. I actually had the disc. I went home. I popped it in. I was like, "All right, let me give it a go." And then I took it out and I started playing something else. And then it was like 2 months, into me borrowing the game. He was like, "Yo, B, you started yet?" I'm like, "I ain't gonna hold you. I haven't started it yet." He's like, "Yo, just start it right now." So I bet. I started the game. I started playing. I'm doing the story stuff. I'm like, I haven't played a JRPG in a minute. So I'm like, all right, let me get through. And then that first little scene where you're running, like when you're running across the top of the casino and the music's hitting and like that whole vibe, the graphic novel vibe, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool.
This is different.
First battle, and it explained the battle system and like and like the melee with the gun. And I was like, I'm a fan. This is hot. I stayed up till 5 a.m. playing the game. I was like, this is one of the sickest games I've ever played in my life.
See, that's why you can't start RPGs in general, because if you start late, you might be up till 4 or 5 a.m. playing this game. Talk about, snap! What time is it?
In my experience,
just don't do it.
Especially if the battle system is fire, I can just play. I can just play it. When I can get from A to B, and I'm enjoying the traveling distance between A and B, fire.
Yeah, bro, it got me right away. And then there's stealth in the game as well. I love stealth. You guys know that.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This game is mad trash.
Like,
I mean, continue on.
Like you don't have to use it. Like, you can completely never, ever, 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 ever do it. But
I hate that you froze on that stupid laughing face you made after you said, "Oh, this game's trash," because you heard stealth.
Yeah, I mean, you're a thief.
Yeah, you're a you gotta be stealthy. Now you're a thief with hands, so you know, and a gun, and spirits. So I mean, you don't have to be stealthy. No, you don't. You got options. See, there you go, Kate. Another thing you like about games: options.
You got options, but
you're a phantom thief. You're a thief.
Yes,
you are a thief.
You're a thief.
You are
trying to line up our pockets, man. With hearts.
We steal hearts.
We steal hearts.
Yeah. Sick. That's dope.
But he don't get
he
the
is
premise.
nah.
So
he don't. He's I have to excuse him. Kids, he warned me of this too. He's like, "Oh, that Persona part."
Yo.
Oh man. You gotta stop, man.
In any case, you guys are hype about it. That's dope. Maybe when I play it later on down the line, when I give it another go, because I literally only saw it. I've never actually touched it myself. I've never touched 5. I just saw Main play it. Maybe down the line. But
in like 5 years.
In like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
When it happens, it happens. That's what matters, okay? As long as it does happen, right?
I'm done with you.
If Persona 7 is out by that time, hey, maybe Persona 7 is better.
With more pump and flair and jazz.
Or I know they just get progressively flairier. Is that a word?
I feel like they just get more and more doing what they do.
Yeah, they
just what we really want to do it.
They get progressively more flairier.
Is that a word? I don't think that's a word.
I don't know, but like it flows. Like it flowed really well with my sentence.
No, it didn't.
It didn't flow. That's so cap. Like, why are you capping?
It didn't undulate.
It didn't undulate, man. You didn't gravitate. I see you be using the words.
It flowed. It didn't undulate. Yeah.
It didn't undulate.
I wish I can ban y'all. I wish on live I can ban y'all. I wish, but I can't.
I can ban you for the amount of times you just said trash about one of the greatest RPGs.
Yeah, you wilding out for that one. As a matter of fact, hold on. How do you?
I'm sorry. I am deeply apologetic.
I don't want it. I don't want any parts of it. It's not genuine.
Huh?
Your apology is not genuine.
Okay, you gotta understand. You gotta put yourselves in my shoes. Like, I wish I can like that game. I love 3. But I feel in my heart, I feel betrayed. Okay, it went from dark to so bright. It's so bright. The brightness burns my retinas. It's why are you so bright? You're supposed to be. 3 was so emo. They would shoot themselves in the head to some of their personas.
And that's like, no
emo game. It was bad emo.
And you want to play that?
Right? There's a dude with a teddy bear. Like, yo, it's so crazy. That's in Persona 4. Anyways, yeah. I don't know.
I can't deal with you trash talking this all day. Let's just go.
I'm sorry. You bring it out of me. It's your fault.
Here we go. The passive blaming.
Crazy.
I didn't do anything.
I'm the one that covered the game. Crazy. It's crazy. What's happening?
He brings it out of me. I was ready to move on, and then he's like, "Yo, Key," you know what I'm saying? So then I got all flustered. It's his fault.
But Key, you gotta play the game though.
You see, I will.
Here we go. All right.
I will.
All right,
I will.
I'm done.
All right.
We're right along.
In any case, so next up we have kind of okay. First, let me preface this by saying it came out that Ubisoft will be what's that meme? What is it? Combo breaker. For a long time, EA was at the helm of all of Star Wars games. And now it was just announced that Ubisoft will be taking over the next Star Wars game. And
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. More specifically, Massive Entertainment, the people that devved Division, will be taking over the next Star Wars game. And nothing is announced about the game. Nobody knows anything about the game so far. All we know is what they said. And what they said was that this Star Wars will be open world. Mm-hmm. Now, the team Division making this. The Division was presented to us at somewhat open world. Division was like one of the biggest letdowns, upsets, betrayals. I think betrayal would be it. The Dark Zone was a betrayal. The way
the DZ was a betrayal beyond.
The way it was portrayed was that we would be. It wasn't even. It didn't even sound like a different area. It just sounded like
you just go in there naturally.
It was just part of the game. You would be doing missions, and another team would try to slide on you. Like that, they portrayed us the Dark Zone. In reality, it was an area that you went to. You just had to pick like some materials, and you an airplane, or you you attached it to a rope that flew up to a helicopter or whatever.
And then the teams would fight amongst the loot and all that stuff.
Yeah. You have some people camping the helicopter pad to try to slide on. It wasn't what we were told we were going to be given, or it looked like what we were going to be given. But anyways, that is a looter. That was The Division is a looter. So Massive Entertainment is basically known for The Division, which is a looter. So it's kind of, and they said that their next game, Star Wars, is going to be an open world game. So it got me thinking, like, are they about to make an open world Star Wars looter game? Are they about to make a Star Wars looter game? Is that about to be a thing?
Mm-hmm.
And that also got me thinking, like, what are even like, are looters still prevalent? I guess, like, is that really the way to go? Is it I know it's a money grab, but is it really that good of a gaming system? I actually looked up what like some of the looters that had come out, and it gave me a bunch of games like Borderlands and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So to be more specific and my type of looter that I'm talking about, it's one with a home base, kind of like a gacha game. Really, that's really kind of what.
That's funny. I was going to say that looters was like gachas before gacha.
Yeah, they're like gacha games. If we're being honest here, like you go
before same time, really. Because gacha's been out for a minute now.
They have, but not popularized. Not like in
us, because we don't really play mobile games or like that. But I'm sure the gacha community's been hot for a minute. I'm sure.
I can see it.
So yeah, if you have a home base, and then you just from that home base area, you go out, you pick a planet, or you pick a town, or you pick a whatever that you got to pick in your game, and you go do some missions there, and you come back, and that is a looter. That's what I'm specifying a looter as. The Division,
Tarkov,
a looter.
It's a BR looter, isn't it?
BR looter. You have a base. You go out and collect. You shoot other people. You come back home.
Yeah.
But there's no story in Tarkov. It's more like that. That's like
story-based looters. Then
you didn't mention story.
You didn't mention story, family.
Well, okay. Well, I didn't
story-based looter.
Yes, story-based looter.
Yeah, because like I don't know, like what's that game that
Vigor
you had me playing, Reese? Yeah, like that is.
That's
like,
another one I was gonna mention. Vigor is the exact same. It's a friendlier Tarkov.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. Okay.
Like you just going out into the world to farm.
But it's,
like,
okay. Well, to specify for you guys, a story-based looter, ones with a story.
Okay, fine.
Like The Division, like Destiny, like what's the name? The free one, Warframe.
But now Division, you can load up anywhere though, right? You don't. It's not an actual like home. Like you don't have to go to.
You don't have to. You don't have to stay at the Bob. No.
Wait, isn't that where you go to get your weapons and everything like that? That's the only place. They have a hub, a central hub in Division, right?
They have a hub, but like you don't actually have to go.
You don't have to go there. No, you just go there to upgrade it, and then they give you a little more stuff. That once you're done upgrading, that's it. You don't have to go back there anymore.
You never have to go back to.
Unlike in Destiny, like where like you actually have to fly. Like there's a hub though you can't do anything there.
No. I know that.
Leave it. Yeah.
I know that Division is like it's not you don't have to pick a planet or something like that. You can just go and run around. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying doesn't Division have a central hub where you have to go to? There's that one area where there's the item shop. There's
multiples around the game. Yeah.
Oh, there's multiples around the game. See, I thought it was one or
just one.
There is one big one. Like I said, that's when you upgrade. But there are others.
That's the one I remember.
Yeah. Okay. No, there are other settlements where you can go and upgrade and get stashes and things.
So you have more than one quote unquote central hub in the Division.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I was just going to use like looters as a whole, but go ahead.
What do you mean looters as a whole? It's I don't even call Borderlands a looter. That's an ARPG. So when I looked up looters, Borderlands came up, and I would not call Borderlands a looter.
Interesting, because I would.
Me too. It's like a looter RPG. Like.
Well, I mean, in most cases, like
killing loot. That's what you're doing.
I mean, but so Oblivion's a looter too in that case. Like Skyrim games are looters. It starts. What is it? You know what I'm saying? It starts getting blurred. You kill and loot.
Yes, but one of like the essential points that they were making what Gearbox was saying when they were releasing this game was like, yo, we have over 1 billion items and things like that. Oblivion was like, yo, play this crazy story. Like, Gearbox is
But
emphasizing
don't
the
run
fact
around.
that there are billions of things that you could loot from the game.
So what? Because of the way it was
they're
marketed,
gearing you to play it as a looter.
As a
Like,
looter,
they're
but
gearing
like,
you
yo,
to
just
go-
kill and get all this loot.
Yeah.
but you can do this. You can do more looting in Oblivion than you can.
Because
in,
if you want to say that,
Border.
you can loot in essentially any game. Every game's a
Well,
looter, essentially.
That's why I was saying I don't consider. There's these certain types of games that I consider looters. That's why.
Got you.
But I
Because-
mean, look. What's
Go
up?
ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because I was gonna say there are other systems in place that prevent. I don't want to say prevent, but kind of like discourage like hoarding and things like over encumbrance systems. Like in Cyberpunk and Oblivion, thing like you carry too much, you slow walking. I don't remember if there is encumbrance in
A lot of these looters have RPG elements in them though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them have it. Like
Yeah.
Destiny and Division, Borderlands, like even though you don't consider it a looter, the community and the company who made the game, it's a looter. So,
Oh, you can't beat the company.
So the company
Everyone's
themselves said that.
I mean, they didn't come out and say this is a looter. No, I mean, no game has ever said that.
Okay, fair.
Oh, you know,
Fair.
that was it. So like the whole looter thing is like,
I'm looking. All right, so
all of these games are kind of in a box together. Like they might have a couple of things that might be a little different, but they're all looters, all of them.
So I'm looking in our checks to see what their definition of what a looter could possibly be.
I'm missing a lot
and
of it.
one point that came up, and I thought about this. A looter for me is a game where every 10 minutes you check stats to see if weapons that you've picked up are better than the one you have equipped. I do that in JRPGs when I go to the shop. So
yo, I'm telling you, it gets really blurred when it comes to looter. It gets, because there's so many other games that do what one would consider a looter does. So it's like, how do you really define what a looter is? Which is why I brought in the central hub area. That to me would be the definition. The first looter I ever played was, and I didn't even use this term at the time, was Warframe. And then from Warframe, I moved on to Destiny.
Destiny, Borderlands, and then
well, okay, but I think I played Borderlands before. No. Borderlands came after, right?
Yeah.
After what?
Yeah, after Destiny.
After
No.
Destiny?
The first Borderlands came before the first Destiny.
Borderlands was before.
And I played Borderlands before I played Destiny. I played Borderlands
Same.
like when it first came out.
Yeah, we all did. We all had it.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, right.
I think we all had
played it
one,
together.
and some of us had two.
Yeah.
I beat 1 and 2. I did not beat 3.
He's
But
played them all.
Yeah, I beat all 3. So my first experience with looters was Warframe. And then I guess, if you know what I'm saying, when I played it, I considered it like it was an ARPG for me. I didn't see it as a looter. The next one I would consider me playing was a looter was Destiny. Like I can directly compare Destiny with Warframe. I was like, yo, Destiny is everything I wanted Warframe to be. I remember this is what I was telling people.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm saying, so that there's no blurred lines.
So I think we should change the name of this topic from "Our Looter's Dead" to "What is a looter?"
What is a looter?
Because now we're getting into like, okay, a looter has this element, but 75% of these games have this element too. So now they looters? No. So now we gotta find the definition.
Well, it has to have a loot system in it, right? That's like the biggest deal, right?
Okay,
so a loot system is designed to randomly calculate the award that you get from a challenge. So most games that have that, if you kill an enemy, you're not guaranteed to get that item.
True.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
So that's Borderlands, that's Destiny, that's literally all those games. You're not guaranteed to get that item every time. So you have to go back, fight the enemy 100 times until you get that item. So if it has a loot system, it's at least a looter, bare minimum.
That's the thing about Borderlands. If I'm not mistaken, you can't repeat missions.
No.
They
might have a subset of missions at the end of the game that you can repeat, but like throughout the story,
you can't repeat missions. Once you bang out, it's like a Far Cry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's like Fallout. Like you can't repeat a mission. You go out and you
do
just,
it, and
you know
that's
what I'm
it.
saying? Like you do the mission and that's it. There's no repeating it. You get what you
Right,
get.
but if you don't get the item, you just don't get it, right?
I don't know if they
'Cause
have those
they don't
type of
drop.
the
Gotcha.
things where the boss has, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I just think that as you level, as you go.
It's funny. I'm looking at a site. It's an article. I'll send it to you guys as well. That's it's someone trying to explain what a looter shooter is, or like a looter game.
Oh,
and
yes.
one of the main screens from the stuff that they're using is Borderlands. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I want to see. Let's see what someone in the industry has said, because I'm curious now.
Because I remember we beat. This is one of my biggest problems with the Division or with looters is that you beat the game, and then because I beat Division 1, Destiny 1, and Destiny 2. So you beat the game, and then after you beat the game, all you can do now is replay the same missions, but on a harder difficulty.
Yeah, which I
so
can't.
Like those, you know what I'm saying? Those type of games is what I would consider looters.
That's usually when B uninstalls the game.
I mean, same. That's what my thinking was. Like, oh, so I don't even see like. It's weird that these games are looted. They are looters. People like that certain replayability that these games have, but for me, they are simple action adventure story games. Most of the time, action adventure co-op story games. Because once I play the game, get through the game, and that's it. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I don't, except with Destiny Crucible, so that made it a little different on its end. I can go in and kind of Call of Duty like type of multiplayer action going on. But aside from that, it had nothing else.
It's the same thing with the Division. You know, after you beat the Division, it's just the missions harder. Then with the DLC, then there was all these other modes that they added, survival mode, all these cool modes they added way after I had.
I've never played a single Division or Destiny DLC ever. I beat the game and then the game's gone. And I actually still have Destiny 2.
Yeah,
but I've never
takes way too long for that stuff to come out. I'm like, dude, it's too much. I've already moved on from your game.
One element I noticed that, let's say, shines in looter shooters that would not be prevalent in other games that could kind of fall into the looter shooter genre is equipment randomization. So you'll kill an enemy, you pick up this gun, plus 10 HP, plus 5 fire rate and things like that. So I mean, and you could argue and say that element is in other games like Cyberpunk 2. Yeah, you could kill that enemy one way and it'll have 2 base damage, and then you kill him again, it has 4 base damage, things like that. But
actually, I don't think so. I think Borderlands is kind of like Cyberpunk, where now that I'm thinking about it, the random, like the enemies throughout the world, they will drop random weapons, but the boss fight specifically will always drop that specific same weapon every time. Well, not every time, because you only beat them once, but they will drop the gun that they drop. There's no randomization with that gun. They drop the boss gun.
No, right? But there's definitely randomization on that.
On the boss, the weapons the boss drop, they usually drop the gun that they're using.
Yeah, it's usually that gun, but that gun will have randomized stats.
Yeah, but the stats, I'm talking about like the weapon itself.
That definitely matters, because then, like in Cyberpunk, if I kill a cyber psycho and they drop a gun, it might be the same exact one every time. Whereas,
but isn't the point being you have to keep on running so you can get like a rare gun? You keep running that mission, or you keep running that mission so you can get that rare gun, that rare item that doesn't pop up, because there's only like a 0.05% chance you getting that item.
Are you talking about scumming? So you kill the boss and then you're like, oh, this is what I want. And you just try it again?
You run that mission again. Like in Final Fantasy.
What he's saying is that like in a Destiny or Division, there's only a 10% chance that mission will yield you said
a specific item. Okay.
Or you do it 10 times over until you get it. But in a game like Borderlands, where this is what Reese is saying, is if you kill an enemy, he doesn't drop what you wanted him to drop. You just reload your file and do it again.
Yeah. And what Key's saying, okay, now I see what Key's saying. Yeah, there's a 10% chance that item's going to drop, but potentially every time it drops, its stats are going to be randomized.
Well, yeah, that's also
So
a big deal.
Yeah.
Basically what you're saying is it's kind of the same, except one is a specific item and one is stats you want.
And one is stats.
Yeah.
So what I'm reading on the Borderlands on that article that I just sent you guys is the biggest name in looter shooters is probably the Borderlands games by Gearbox Software. Although they didn't pioneer the idea of equipment randomization, it was the Borderlands games that first blended the two genres. So like what they're saying is that randomization of the gear is
the
core for looter shooters. Yeah. Because like if you beat it and I beat it and you have and you get a sniper rifle that has XYZ and mine has XYZ, it's completely different.
Yeah. So they combine the chance with randomization. It's basically what they did.
The chance with the randomization. Right.
It's something solid, but the stats are different. So it's just the stats that are different. Yeah.
Because the stats could be geared towards stealth instead of action pad.
Whatever.
Running gun. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. All right.
But
I can't. Looters?
Okay.
Now back to our original.
It's blurry, man. It's kind of blurry, but
it's very. Now that we had this discussion, we see how blurry it is.
It's very blurry. So
what isn't blurry is how I don't like playing them because it attaches to my hoarder's nature. I know that there's something better out there. I have to go find it. I have to go get it. Oh, I don't like this variant of it. I have to go replace it. So
for me, they are absolute blast. Like I have a lot of fun, a lot of fun playing them until I beat it, and then there's literally no more point in me playing it anymore. I did it already. I'm not doing it again. Like
that's how I am with like 90% of the games I play. Period. So
I did it.
Like with dude, these games like Destiny, Borderlands. Well, not so much Borderlands because it's more story. But like Division, Anthem, which I didn't play. Like after you beat it, there's really nothing to do. Like,
don't forget Marvel. Marvel's in there too.
Oh yeah. Y'all can keep that.
Marvel.
Y'all can keep that. But no, like I agree with Key 100%. Like I know that these games have these huge communities who keep playing them after, and they can't wait for the DLC and the raids.
Yeah.
For my personal experience, I need some of that stuff on release because we normally walk these games in like 20 hours or less. You just go walk the game, you beat it. Like you don't even really like you're hype for the gear that you're getting as you're playing. The moment I beat it, the moment the end credits roll, don't care what gear I have, I'm uninstalling the game.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I can't do that.
I only need it. So like, right? So in Destiny, right? Because I don't remember. In Destiny, do you? Because you know how you can go. What is it? Star level or whatever. You can go over the max of the cap. Can you be that character in their Crucible? Like, can you be stronger? Can you just go in OP over everybody else? Because
I'm pretty sure there's a balancing system.
A balancing system, yeah. So like you might have those abilities, but they might check your HP and check your defense and check all that stuff.
So it's like Pokemon, you can max out, but then they drop everybody.
They're gonna drop
50.
everybody at level 50. Yep.
Exactly.
So there's no point in going like this. So see for me, like
for when you go on a raid though,
you may have a minuscule difference.
It's like an MMO, in that regard.
Yeah, so they're gonna
So that's the thing. Like the only reason to get stronger in Destiny is to play raids, which would be to get stronger items so that you can then play stronger raids.
Right. It's just
stronger items so you can then play stronger raids. Like, that's it.
That was the thing about Destiny, right? Is it was a quasi MMO. So after you beat the main story, while you're waiting for DLC, they release raids and things of that nature. And like for you to get more gear. It's just an MMO. Like you go, like you meet up with your squad, you go do the raid, you need like 6 people, blah, blah, blah. You win, you get more gear, and then what? Then they release the DLC with more stories. You go play through the DLC, and then Reese gets hype about Heaven's Sword or Shadowbringers, and then after he beats it, there's nothing to do. So he stops playing for a while, and then if there's a new item or a new something, he'll go do the missions with his gang. He gets that stuff, and then that's it. Like
The greatest story ever told.
MMOs after you beat them, like just boop. Now I'm playing an MMO, and I'm like, well, this is where I check out.
Yeah, exactly. Except I don't return for the DLC. I'm playing whatever the next game was that had come out in between then.
Yeah. And what's crazy with Destiny now is all the DLC is canon, bro. Like, it's canon. Like, it's so. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, see, I don't know. It's just and now Star Wars. I mean, I don't know if Star Wars is going to be a looter. I have no idea, but it is made by a company that is making its game. So, and they said this new Star Wars game is going to be open world. So, one could only assume that they are gonna make it a looter, and I can only hope they don't do that. I hope they actually give us a Witcher style, because they kind of Suedo gave us. Yes, I say Suedo.
I hate you.
I say Suedo.
Pseudo.
I almost said it the correct way. I had to correct myself.
Okay.
They gave us a Suedo like open world kind of with what's the name of that game? It was EA Fallen Jedi. Fallen Jedi. You flew to an area, but the maps were huge. They were massive, and you always had to go forward, go backwards, or whatever. So like
that. Yeah.
If they could just take all of those maps and put them together and just have us be on that map, that in itself would have been dope. Like Fallen Jedi could have been an open world game. Like all the maps were giant.
Yeah.
And if they give us abilities like we have in Fallen Jedi, how like each map was kind of like playing like Uncharted or something like that. Like you're like, and to be able to do that and be an open world game, that would blow me away. An open world Uncharted game would be insane. I think that would be fire. Star Wars.
Yeah, I can see that.
The Fallen Jedi was like, you didn't have to follow a linear path in terms of like they gave you different worlds to go to, and you could just go to them and explore. You just, you know, and it is kind of an open world game in a sense, right? Because like you have to do the story if you want to progress, but you can run around and look for stuff and look for clues and look for items and look for add-ons in places that you're not supposed to be in yet, if you so choose to. And I don't know, that was a fire game. So I would love to see them do something like that. I would love to see them do something along that curve more, as opposed to like giving us a central hub and we kind of bounce around. But
the ship was kind of the central hub, although you don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Star Wars, right? So you got to go from planet to planet. Like, this is not a Star Wars where you're just all on one
Where you're just on one planet? Okay.
Yeah.
I was
really? You can't just hang out? You can't just play a whole game on one planet?
No, I mean, if you want to, but how is that Star Wars? You on one planet?
Yeah. See, this is why I talk about you, man. You play games whack.
Star Wars.
What about okay. Almost like 90% of my games, everybody's on the same planet. So how are you gonna tell me the games I play are whack? What are you talking about right now?
Yeah, I didn't say the games that you play are whack. I said that you play games whack.
Yo, yeah.
Like, yo, the things that you complain about in video games blows my mind.
Huh?
Yo, like you need, like, I don't know about anyone else's Star Wars experience, but if I'm playing a Star Wars and we never leave that planet, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I want that Star Wars.
I've never played this game, so I don't know. But it could be like No Man's Sky. Don't you go from planet to planet, No Man's Sky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can freely roam to any planet you want in No Man's Sky, right?
Anywhere you want to go, you go. You can go to a whole different multiverse if you want.
You fly there manually?
Yeah, if you want to.
I mean, you could. It'll take you literal potential hours and days. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've never played.
But no, you can do the Star Trek hyper travel to. Yeah. You can do both. You can travel manually or you can fast travel.
Like, I remember when the game first came out, like there was people like, yo, look at my 24-hour flight to this planet, and dudes just flying for 24 hours, just flying.
He was actually just flying.
Flying, like listening to his music, just kind of cool.
Yep. So like, your ship mech reaches a top speed, and then you just coast to the next planet. It'll be like, oh yeah, you'll reach this destination in 2 days, 16 hours, 57 minutes, and 4 seconds.
And people just leave the game on. People leave the game on.
What is the point? Do you like
when it first came out, bro? I was like, you got to miss me with this game. I guess.
Well, no, it's beautiful. It's you're in space, and it's rendering all this stuff in space, and it just looks good. It's like a screensaver.
Yeah, you know. Oh, okay, like a screensaver. Fine. If you're gonna go into the store real quick, let me bust to this planet, and then. But isn't there a pause button?
No, I think it's online always, right?
It's online. It is online. It's online.
Okay. Like, all right. If you got a bust move, like you going out for the day, and
for the day.
You better hope nobody jump you, not
for real, and take your ship
now, right?
You can get attacked on the way to a planet.
Took. Yeah, this sky battles, space battles. I'm sorry.
People can Cowboy Bebop you real quick. You can just space pirate you real quick.
Wait, you can space pirate?
Yeah.
So why would you fast travel?
What up?
Why wouldn't you?
No, that's why people don't fast travel, right?
Yeah, I would slide on every ship I come across.
And you would get utterly destroyed.
Why?
Because there are some dedicated cats out there. That's all I'm saying.
So wait a minute. You're just automatically off rip gonna say I'm gonna get destroyed because I want to slide on my enemies?
Yes. Because I know how you are.
Because Key's gonna see somebody. Oh, he's like 800 levels.
Like, let me go. Yeah, I got this D grade ship. Who does he think he is in his double S grade ship? I'm about to go slide. My man just needs to look at you.
Okay, I make good calls.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
And then you get a whole.
No Man's Sky is a whole thing. It's
it's significantly better from its initial iteration.
Yeah. I brought up No Man's Sky because I just knew it had planet hopping. So what I was basically saying was that you don't want to be on the same planet in a Star Wars game. Fine, but I don't want to go to a ship and like it basically sounds like Destiny. Like you just go to a ship, say I want to go to this planet, and you go to that planet, and that's it.
Yeah.
But like, so I would rather hop in my ship and me go to that planet, and maybe I'll come across a star or an
I would love that. Oh yeah,
on the way. You know what I'm saying?
These current consoles, like, sign me up for that.
Yeah,
let me get that.
That would be way better.
Right,
yeah, it might be better.
I would like the ability to fast travel if I choose to, like an MMO, right? But I can still just walk there if I choose to as well.
Well, for fast travel, the fast travel requires material. So if you don't have that material, you ain't fast traveling in the first place.
Right. You have to actually fly there.
So that's another reason why some people just coast.
That would be dope.
You need material to
you
fast travel?
need a specific material to fast travel, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very.
I mean, it's not it's like an uncommon material. It's not common, but you gotta do a little effort to get it.
Yeah.
No, that's fine and fair. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I feel like looters are just. I feel like they're like BRs. Like they're just a part of the culture. They're not going away. They're not kind of like they're not gonna die entirely. Like I'm excited for Outriders. Like Square Enix is making a super in-depth looter shooter.
That's a buy.
Whatever. But they're saying, who knows, right? But they're saying that it's more about the co-op play. This is a co-op game first that has a loot system. So we shall see. We shall see. The sphere grid for each character looks pretty deep. They have like 2 or 3 different ways they can go as they level. So we'll see.
I love that. That's our default name for it now.
What?
The sphere grid?
The sphere grid, yeah.
Dude, it's a sphere grid, dude. Real talk. It's a sphere grid. Yeah, Outriders looks good. I don't really get excited about looters ever. I really don't. When they get announced, I'm like sick. Well, like whatever. Like they look pretty. Like we kind of knew Anthem was gonna be whack. We hoped it wasn't because of how beautiful it looked and like I love mechs. I love mecha. So the game appealed to me right away. The moment I saw it the first time, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I have to get this game.
And look what happened.
The first gameplay trailer came out, and I was like, oh no, like I don't know.
This is not the way.
And then people's consoles started bricking, and the servers were bad. I was like, yeah, I dodged a bullet on that one. That was a bullet on Anthem. But
there's a game. I don't remember the name of it, but Reese, I brought it to you, and I was like, yo, I think you would like this. And it was an open world game, and you literally had to like, you took a train to go to the port to go pick up your ship, where you then would fly. You don't remember me showing you this?
Oh yeah. I saw that.
I'm trying to envision it.
Yeah, no, this game was beautiful, and I really wish, because everything you saw was in real time. Like you would, when you got into the when you look out the window, everything you can see is actually in the game. You could go to everything you see, and so you would go down, your ship was on like a starport, so you had to go to the train station, go inside the train, and you would take the train to the starport. And if you look, everything you see, you can go to. It was so insanely dope.
Star Citizen?
I think Star Citizen. Yes, that is it.
Star Citizen.
That game. I think it's still in alpha, if I'm not mistaken. But that is a game I am extremely interested in. I saw one of the people that I watch stream it. One of the streamers that I watch were playing that game, and oh my, I have never seen anything like it. It was beautiful. It's still in alpha. Like he went and did a mission, and they wasn't really shooting back all like that. It was like, it still needed work. It still very clearly needed work. But as far as like graphically and like the world, that game is, it's looking like it's about to turn. It's going to be in like 3 years, probably 2 years or something like that. It's going to be an amazing game. Like you can definitely get lost in that game.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember this. Yep.
It started on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, I keep telling y'all, Kickstarter is where it's at.
I mean, that's how we got one of the best RPGs.
We've gotten some of the gold standard of whatever from Kickstarter.
We got Divinity
Original Sin 2
from there.
Well, I'm just surprised that I thought it was made by a larger company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Cloud Imperium Games. It's someone's personal thing. The engine is Amazon Lumberyard. So it's a platform. It's a game engine developed by Amazon, and it's based on the Cry engine.
Oh,
how about that?
That Crytek engine is
Crytek engine. Yeah, it's based
on Crysis, like the original. Like, can your PC run Crysis? That one.
Yeah.
That game was.
Your PC can't run Crysis?
It's that game looked so.
Yeah, that game was beautiful. I'll never forget the first time I ever went to your house to see that, and you were playing that hunted mode, and
this came out. It came out in 07. Like, so to know that the Crytek engine is still being used along with Lumberyard, a lot of developers are flocking to Lumberyard because it's easy use and things like that.
Amazon, you know how they try to do? They try to find.
It's like another
They try to get in there, you know.
Who was it that bought the company that's being used in every single game? It's just that again.
Unreal Engine?
Yeah, Unreal.
Oh,
yeah.
You talking about Rad Tools?
Rad Tools, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the proper name. I was going to say like the little ones like Oodle and all the other ones that are under it.
But before we move on, real quick, so what is everyone's individual take on the current state of looters, how you feel about them, and going forward?
I've always been a little indifferent, honestly. If they looked fun and there was someone to play with, it's not really something I would play. Well, Borderlands. I didn't like playing Borderlands by myself, and that was like the main one I played. So if it was something that I ended up playing by myself, I'd probably be indifferent.
Yeah. So for me, I don't hate looters. It's just that I don't play them how they're supposed to be played, I guess. I
right.
Quickly don't looters because aside from Anthem, I like Destiny, and Destiny, the ending trash, like was suck. The rest harder than the last. But then me and my brother had so much money to it, and we beat him. I played him, I beat him. I just don't play the after stuff. So like I technically don't have a problem with looters. Technically. I don't play after I beat the game. It's an action adventure story game for me. Like that's what a looter is for me. I just play through the game for the story.
Yeah,
Done.
exactly. Like I think that looters are, like I was saying earlier, they are part of the culture. Like they're a part of gaming now. Like even if your game isn't a looter, but if it has a loot system, it's probably going to get kind of tossed into the looter barrel of games, And it's just a part of the culture now. It's like they found their space, they earned their space, and now they're here to stay. I, I think, and going forward, like I just wish more of them would just cater more towards the story and co-op aspects and less about just trying to get more loot, trying to get people to spend money or just to be on there longer and things of that nature. So I'm kind of similar to Key. Like I play them up until the story is done. When the story is done, I don't play them anymore. Now, if there's a dope DLC that's ready when I beat it, and I can move right into the story on that, I'll do that. But once they're done, I usually don't play them ever again. But I am excited for Outriders. I hope it's more story based and less this kind of hop in a mission and go, because that gets boring after a while. It's not that it gets boring. It's just once you beat the main story, it's boring.
Yeah. What the thing I'm excited, it's just it's a new genre in, I don't want to say a stale like gaming environment. Like this genre was created from aspects of two different games. Those that offer randomization, those that offer gathering loot. So it's a creation of a new genre, kind of like how BRs came out of nowhere almost.
Well, that's crazy because that's what I thought of immediately, and my thought on that is that for me, like it's new like a BR, but for me BRs aren't boring yet, and that's literally you drop in and do the same thing every single time. But for me, BRs aren't boring yet. The randomization of how many kills you get and how many times you get killed is what keeps it fun and fresh every time for me.
I can see it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and BRs for me. It depends on the BR because I like them. It just depends on the BR. Like I like Warzone a lot, but I wasn't a big Fortnite guy. But I respect Fortnite. I like what it does. I like how they take care of their community. I love the whole Fortnite community. Just the game just didn't stick for me. But yeah.
What can you
do?
I
like that Worms Rumble though. See y'all on that Worms. But yeah,
I'll play that. You send me an invite, I'm on it.
I like I really like Eternal Return. I've been playing that a lot with Toad Sage and Reese. It's like a MOBA BR. It's weird, but it's really cool.
See, another meshing of genres. It's a really interesting take on two different games.
That's what we got going on right now.
I mean, it's cool though. I mean, some stuff works and some doesn't. Some, you know what I mean? So like, it's dope. Like, experiment the way, but don't. If you catch flack, if you put out some crap, it's crap. Like,
like
you catch flack. Like, experiment.
Listen, you blew it with Marvel. I really hope Outriders is hot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
they got all the. No, that's good that they released it. We're like, okay, this game did trash. We can't do this again. So
I was excited for Anthem, got denied, and then I was excited for Marvel, and
burned.
So no, I didn't get burned on Marvel. For me personally, the only Marvel I've played was the when they released the demo or the beta or whatever, up until you got to control Hulk. Was it Hulk? Yeah, you were Hulk and that girl, the girl with the stretching arms. So I never made it to the central hub. I never made it to the ship. So in the beginning of the game, I never made it to the ship. So for beginning of the game, getting Hulk, I had fun. I had a lot of fun. So I did not get to the point where people started hating the game, basically. You know what I mean? So for myself personally, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get
single solo missions are fun. Like that's usually how we are with these games. Well, how I am with these games. It was fun. And then you get to the hub and
it gets ugly from there.
Yeah, it's just destiny at that point. And but you can't.
I couldn't even play with y'all.
Some of the mission, right. And some of the missions are 2 and some are 4. So you can't always bring your crew with you. Like,
silly.
Oh, that's see, that's terrible. Yeah. So basically at this point, I'm just not excited for any looter. I'm just not excited. Like when they out, if my friends are hype about them, if they have like a dope situation going on with him, I'll be like, yeah, I'm down to play or whatever, but I'm not necessarily hype for a new looter to come out.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm with you.
Unless it's Borderlands. If Borderlands is in that category, I beat 1 through 3, and I'm excited for a 4 whenever it comes.
See, I'm hoping Outriders is more like a Borderlands, where it's more about the story as opposed to the randomization of the stuff.
Wait, you're just gonna completely forget about D4?
D4.
Diablo?
The original looter.
Well, yeah, I guess Diablo is a RPG looter. No, I like Diablo. I like Diablo a lot.
Y'all ditched me in D3.
No, I beat that. Y'all ditched us, so we beat it.
Crazy.
That reminds me of the greatest betrayal. Never play an RPG with Cody. I'm telling you, it is the greatest betrayal.
Oh no, he did you wrong.
Oh, he did you kind of gritty.
He did you wrong.
I was like, yo, they went and beat the game, so like I never beat it. He was like, yo, let's play it together. I was like, bet. So we ran through the game. We got to like level 13 together. And then I go to sleep. I wake up. He was like, yo, I got with this homie. Like he ran me through his missions. So I'm level 50 now. I'm like 50.
Damn.
Or any game together. I go to bed level 10 and wake up, you're level 50. We are no longer playing that game together.
No, that's it. Like that's it. Like what? Like you beat the game. Like
right.
You straight up beat it without me. It's fine, but you beat it without me.
I was like,
tell me otherwise. Yeah,
I'm never gonna beat this game at this point, and I have never beaten Diablo 3.
All right, Key, you trying to get a run? Because I haven't beat it either.
No, I'm gonna get abandoned.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I
beat that game. You beat it solo.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, never happened.
Bro,
if I said that's
it, this OP mage, he was OP. Reese was OP. He broke the game. He broke the game. I remember this now. Reese's character was OP.
I forgot who I was playing. What was I playing? The Witch Doctor or something like that? Something crazy?
Nah, it was some mage. She could shoot a beam.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, see? Because you remember that you did some hot stuff where you had unlimited magics. You did some.
I mean, I wasn't going to play the game with friends, so let me.
You did some voodoo. All right, we're going to get into the throwback of the week because we are.
Is it everybody's favorite time?
We are running super late, but yeah, I believe it is time for everybody's favorite segment, and that would be B's throwback of the week. It is B's throwback of the week.
I mean, I hit play. I hit play. So, all right.
It's probably playing, but we can't hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it. Yeah. All right. I let it play a little bit.
All right. We hype. All right, let's do this quick because we are running out of time. So the throwback of the week this week hails at us from Rockstar Games. It is developed by Rockstar Toronto. This game was released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PlayStation Portable.
Oh, you already know what it is.
I know what this is.
Yes.
I know what this is.
This is The Warriors.
I already knew it. That's why I did this. That's why I did the.
I saw the scoop and stab.
Listen.
When I tell you how important this game is to our crew, bro, our group of friends, we played this game for hours. It's the story mode, all the other multiplayer modes that they have. We're fighting each other. We teaming up, fighting people in the streets. This is one of the best games I've ever played.
Break a bottle and just jig somebody. You can scoop. You can have a shiv. You can scoop somebody. You can whoop, bomb. You slam them, and then you just start stabbing them. Like, yo, this game is crazy.
How did we not ground this disc into dust with how much? Yo,
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I buy a lot of games multiple times. I usually will play a game and I'll beat it, and I probably won't play it again for many years or ever. I've played this on PS2 multiple times, PS3 multiple times. Like,
man,
PS4 on, like, dude, I've played this game multitude of times. The last 2 times I played it with Imrod, of course. But man, this game is legendary. We all let each other share this game, use this game. Yeah, I have a lot to say about this game. So you
Not to
guys can
mention
go
the
first.
movie. I mean, the movie was great. The movie is the reason why we know about the game. And like when the game came out, it was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, like I remember watching, like, seeing my dad or my mom watch this movie and back in the day, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
because
cool.
this movie is
And it was
dirt
like,
old.
this was the coldest
Yo,
gangster
I
movie.
would,
You're like,
I
this movie's
never,
not that
right,
gangster.
I'll never forget walking into my mom's room and they're laying down, watching the Warriors, and the guy's like, "Can you dig it, sucker?"
Can
I'm
you
just like,
dig
I don't know
it?
what
Yo,
is
it
going
was
on.
great.
Let me walk out.
Let me walk.
This is not for me. I don't know
It's
what's going
so
on.
good. And
Bro, then I grow up, and it's like
Mhm.
one of my favorite movies of all time.
Of all
The
times.
Warriors and Lords of Dogtown are two of my favorite movies of all time.
Bro,
So
that was and like, so the Warriors, when this game came out, it like got us super excited. We like bought the movie, we watched the movie again,
Mhm.
and it
yeah,
was around the time of Lords of Dogtown as well. So like that was like our super like punk rock skater
Oh
getting
yeah,
into fights.
we was in
Don't fight in the street,
form.
getting into street fights. This was that era for us. Like our super bonding time in this game was just a part of that. It was like we were playing card games and the Warriors at night, you know? Like, dude,
Yeah.
like the stuff that they put in this game was so good because it was Grand Theft Auto, right?
yeah,
But they took away all the guns, all that stuff,
yep,
and just added these gang systems that were just so good. And the
yeah,
fact that
Smart.
it was multiplayer, that they kind of tested that multiplayer in San Andreas. If you guys remember, they had like the little 2-player icons. And
Yeah. Yep.
play
Two
together
people
in
could
San
play.
Andreas,
Yep.
but only little parts. It was like there was testing to get ready for this game because it's Grand Theft Auto, but hand to hand. It's a beat 'em up. I love
in the
beat 'em up
hand,
games.
in the
So,
hand.
like he was talking about, you can grab a complete bottle, crack one enemy over the head with it, so it turns into a
An
shiv.
incomplete bottle. Yep.
Scoop
And
somebody else, stab them with it, yo, and then
and
everybody's
then
special.
and then
Specials,
yeah,
yo.
yeah, you
The
had
special
special,
nuts,
and
you
then it
know
was
what?
cinematic. Like you can throw somebody against a wall, and you can drop kick people. You could take a brick and mash it over their
Yo,
head.
see,
Yo,
you see how hype we just got? That's
Yo,
what I love.
there
about
hasn't
these
been a
type of
game that
games.
just activates the hype like this in
yo,
so
you just did.
long.
It's very few games, bro, that get me like this. I can play this game right now. Like I'll get on
Absolutely.
right now and play hours.
Burning retinas
I'll
and
be
all.
screaming, waking the baby up. It's too good. The game is too good. It's a legendary classic, and it's crazy because it's a one-off, and there was only one film, and there was only one thing. We might not ever get a Warriors ever again.
Nah,
Like,
That
it's
that's
like
sad.
one spot in time, so that in 20 years from now, it's like who will know about this game? So it's important that we talk about these types of classics. But this
man,
is
hope it gets
Mhm.
remastered before that even happens, man, because that game was so dope, so
game
fun.
2005.
That was another
Boy.
beyond its time game.
If you could imagine if you could link up with people online, just keep it 4 players or two. Was it 2? No, it's 4.
It was
right?
4.
Yeah, keep it 4
Four.
players, but be able to link up online so you can just run around the city of New York and
Oh
just
no.
with your friends online. Oh my goodness, that would be phenomenal. That
Yo,
would
Key.
be
Yo, Key.
insane.
Hit up Rockstar after this.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen to us.
Dude.
Activate that
that
silver
would-
tongue. You slide.
And mind you, the way you got money in this game was either A, robbing people, or
Yep.
B, jacking radios from cars.
You could
It's
jack
like,
radios from cars. Like you literally walk down the street, you just
Mhm.
break the window,
You got
and
that
then they give you a
screwdriver.
mini game
Yep.
to jack. Dude, this
or,
game.
or stores. Or you have a store.
Yep, you can rob a store, and like they had you do all that type of stuff, like intimidation, like you go
Yeah,
break
it
somebody's
was
store
great.
up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, that game
Well,
was
my mouth is that. Yo,
Where
stop
the-
all
playing,
you
boy. I'm
all
getting
you
hype.
boppers out there.
The
And I
All you
like how they
boppers
all
out
had
there.
it was all different sections. You had the Furies, you had
Don't
the
mess with the baseball Furies,
yeah,
bro.
no, you
You
don't
was
mess with
Oh
the Furies.
no.
you
Don't mess with
mind
the
your
Furies.
business.
Don't mess with the Furies.
Don't
But you had the
go-
Furies, you had the Warriors, you had what was they the Pixies or something like that? Like
There's so many gangs.
the rollerblader or the blader, something I forget
I
what
don't
all they were all.
remember.
But
There's a ton of gangs. A ton of gangs.
I love this movie. I mean, well, I love the movie, but I also love the game. Like, I really legit like. I love these two, the Warriors franchise. I love the Warriors.
Yeah, dude. It's special, man. There was 21 gangs referenced in the in the movie in
There
game.
was 21.
The
Wow.
Warriors,
21.
The green shirts,
the Gramercy Riffs, the Rogues,
riffs.
the
Yes.
Turnball ACs, bro.
Yes.
Oh, I know you remember them. The Orphans of some
The
Baseball
Orphans
Furies.
are the ones with the
OP.
green shirts.
Like,
Yeah.
the Baseball Furies were OP. Like, if you had to go past their area, especially on hardest difficulty, it was so hard to get past them. Because they had these little moves that they had, and they all threw baseballs at you.
They all had projectiles and weapons.
So like you get hit with a baseball, and then one of them hit you with a stun because they, you know what I mean? Because they kind of played you on the hand to hand, and now you get hit with
couldn't you what's the move? What's the wrestling move? What was it? RKO? Couldn't you RKO? Couldn't you just run?
There was all types of slams and throws. Yo, this game was so sophisticated for like an open world beat 'em up game. It was very, very. It wasn't just mash square. Like they all had
combos,
grabs. And, it was really good.
Yeah, it was combos.
Really top to bottom, good game. All the modes, the King of the Hill mode, just the deathmatch mode.
King of the Hill.
All the modes were good. Like the King of the Hill mode is fire. Like it's literally, but you're throwing the people off the top of the building.
Because you're on top of a building.
You're on top of a building.
It doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense.
Broken cars stacked on top of each other.
Oh my goodness. And like, because
you're getting too excited. You're getting too excited.
Throw people like wrestling game, throw them against this one.
The Irish whip. The Irish whip.
Yep. Smash their head against a wall. Like, yo.
Yeah, you could literally throw them into a wall and then grab the back of the head and bash
it. Just hold that. Yo.
Just keep in mind that we're not glorifying violence in any way, shape, or form. It's what the game is offered. And we were kind of sort of angry teenagers at the time. And, this was a good way. This was an excellent way of venting and redirecting said teenage angst.
Fire. Absolutely. I got to take it out on my DualShock 2 versus anybody outside. How about that?
See, video games are the future.
They've been the future. People just are now starting to come around to the idea that video games are not like they actually require a lot of intelligence and things to do. Yeah, man. I love this game. I knew you guys would be hyped for this game. I figured the community would be hyped for this game.
I got a present for y'all when we're done, by the way.
It is a bona fide classic. And if you've never played the Warriors because you was like, I'd rather play Grand Theft Auto.
Please do yourself a favor.
Go play this game. The Warriors, man.
I'm pretty sure it's on PS now.
Bro.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And with that being said, it is 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it is. So we went over the whole, how we felt about looters. I know how Keith feels about P5. Well, actually, we all know how we all feel about P5 strikers. So.
Oh yeah, we get this.
We all know how we feel about cheaters. So, with that being said.
Oh wow. This is facts, actually.
We don't do the cheat. We don't do that.
This has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV. Peace.